Hey everybody, here we are back with the Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition. We forgot where we were going. Oh yes, Monarch. We were going to Monarch. Parvati, hello. Alright, let's exit to Stellar Bay landing pad. Who should we take? Let's take Felix. We hang out with Parvati? You know what, we'll just take Felix this time. Stellar Bay. Insert blah blah blah. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, right there. Okay. Grim. Yep.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
You don't seem so bad.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
That's right. Whatever. I'm not here for chit-chat. You seem surprised. Well, that is my ship on the landing pad right next to you. Well, we'll see. You seem surprised.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are they doing out there? Takes more than a few gunships to scare me. Yeah, what are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
I prefer to travel discreetly, if you know what I mean. I don't have time for this. Let's tell them that we're Captain Nova.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
The old Purple Berry Crunch. Alright, you're not what I expected to find on Monarch. Don't get that. Why would we not expect... Well, you know what? Sure.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Did he just say raptidons and cannibals? I can't wait.
Yeah, settle down, Felix. Are you saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
Well, I'm gonna have a look around town.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Ugh, what is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Yeah, I suppose. Who's the Black Hole?
Boss, come on. Black Hole Birdie, the Hole Meister, the Hack Attack.
That's Bertie Holcomb, only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever. Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Sorry, I'm not into sports ball. Actually, I've been in hibernation for decades.
Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay.
Alright, this poster sounds pretty valuable. Sure, I can ask about your poster. Sounds pretty valuable.
I couldn't really say, I'm just a fan of the game.
Right.
But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Well, anyways, I can ask about it.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Okay. Just gonna go on about our day. Oh, look at what we have here. 29. This is food and stuff. It's 17. It's Spacer's choice. 14, 16. We, I think, have the best. So far. Ugh. How about you, Bennett? What's up?
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
No. Smoking's bad for you, Slim. I mean, no. Bennett. I called him Slim because he said Stogie Slims. You got a lot of brass for a man doing absolutely nothing.
What I am doing, ma'am, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place.
What are you talking about? Your neighbors probably aren't missing your company either, come to think of it. Yeah, we'll say, what are you talking about for now?
This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
Sounds like you are a sympathizer to the machine. Alright, well that doesn't sound nice. You miss the good old days, but now you are all free from the board.
Yes, free to wallow in squalor together. Free to squabble with the iconoclasts over a raptidon-infested hellhole. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
No, I'll leave you be. Just wanted to talk. Residents. Maguire. And a resident. And some... Wait, she's the one I need to talk to. Hey.
Well, well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
Sweet.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you?
How well do you know Nyoka? You said you're not seeing new faces around? Why is this place called the Yacht Club?
Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all.
Yeah, I guess so. Are there any yachts in Stellar Bay?
Nope. But a man can dream.
Yeah, I guess so. You said you're not used to seeing new faces around here?
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the iconoclasts or some such.
What happened at Amber Heights?
Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone. Corporations pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew. But then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to us every time we look at our walls, though.
Well, how well do you know this Nyoka?
Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you?
No, that's it. Guess we'll talk to her.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's sliding. All over the place. Trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
I'll just keep listening.
But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
You know, they make them, what do you call that? Not squint. It's not, like, frill their nose or something. And it kind of makes them look angry. But I think they do it at the wrong time, you know? It's the wrong emotional facial expression for sometimes for when they're talking. Well, I know who she is. Nova, you always this drunk? Pleasure to meet you.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Yeah, what do I care? Sure, another round, bartender.
Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
I'm not in the mood to fetch things. How much time do you need?
More than you have, I suspect. I plan to sit here and drink until I find myself awoken sober.
Fine, what do you want?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
Okay, well, and if I can't get a steroid or caffeine something or other, you don't even know what you're taking. You mean caffeinoid. That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Alright, fine. I'll be back. Let's go and explore this building. You're a resident, right? Yes. Resident. Caleb. Autoloader operator. You have a name.
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
Yep. Captain Nova, the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
What are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
Okay. What could be so bad it made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch. We're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
Okay. Well, I happen to be pretty good with negotiations, sometimes.
I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands.
I'll mediate on your behalf.
You would do that? We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be good for more than the view.
We need to talk about Velma. What?
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
How long can you afford to miss work?
Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits, and I stashed them safe in my home by the diner. I reckon we could last a week or two at least.
Any suggestions for how to put pressure on Velma or to negotiate?
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her. But we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true.
What's this about blackmail now?
I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. If she is doing that, I mean, it's wrong, so perhaps we should actually look into it.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
There's actually quite a few people here. Move, dude. Missai, resident. Right here.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Oh, hello, Senja.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
What? You don't have a schedule, probably. No, you have a meeting with me? Oh, no. That's very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
Ugh, I'm gonna be very, very disappointing to you. Me, I'm charting my own path, going where the wind takes me. I'm just looking for information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
I am not. Hey, it could always be both. Afraid not. If I have to eat more, one more weird science project passed off as food in this sprat F colony, I'm going to stab someone. Just tell me how to get to the broker. I can get out of here. Okay. Could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And you are tired of scrounging and scraping by? Is that it? Sounds like you're freer than anyone else in Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
You talk like Graham.
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be because you're an agent of the establishment?
I used to be young and idealistic too, but you can't run a city on high-minded ideals.
You make a good point. So, what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Are you out of your mind? You can't just go crawling back to your old masters.
Well, we can't continue to subsist like this either.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on. Enough preamble. What's the plan? I'll say this top one.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
How long did it take you to figure that you needed to defend your city? Fine, but how do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
I was starting to get bored listening to you, till you said the phrase, extremely powerful ordnance.
It is quite the rush.
Once you have the Bolt 52, what's the other part of the plan?
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Well, I guess I'll go and get it for you.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Perhaps I can keep it. Okay, before I go, I need to ask you something.
What can I do for you?
I met Grim on the landing pad. The landing pad guard. I have questions about MSI in the good old days. Let's do this one.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job. The guy's a world-class moron. We'll say he did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I had questions about MSI in the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Do you mean you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1.
What happened to the other corporations? I see the board put their best people on that one. No, we'll just do this one.
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of you. Reforms are for quitters, Sanjar. Let me discuss this another time. Yeah, well, how forward-thinking of you.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
I take it your leadership didn't embrace your ideas?
No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Yet, here you are.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
Nice. And yet you want to crawl back to them. How low, even for them. But why would they do this? You should have known you couldn't oppose them. Why would they do this?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws.
Your first mistake was expecting the board to cut you a fair deal.
Yes, I agree.
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't rely on some sort of framework, then what do we have? I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
What exactly do you want? Why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, and once you go back to him, they'll own your dignity too.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
They've treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to them?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage, you say?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
What's the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
Sounds like the board gave themselves the power to arrest an entire planet.
They would say it's for the greater good.
And they've invoked this on Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
You don't seem to think much of this Graham.
He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
They sound pretty bad. You've got strong feelings on the matter. Maybe you should give them a chance. We'll do number 2 here.
I'm trying to build something here.
They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels, and pushes us further from the rest of the colony.
So, what's the downside?
Shall I begin with the supply shortages, or the subtle but constant threat of annihilation? He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
I want to talk about something else.
What can I do for you?
Actually, I've got to go.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon.
Thanks.
What can I do for you today?
What was that exchange about? You having money trouble?
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally blow your money on Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
What? Why are you buying so much from Sebastian?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Yeah, it's okay that you like the guy, but I think just blowing your money all the time so you can talk to him is the wrong way. Just ask him out on a date.
I couldn't. What if he says no?
Yeah, that
Hey,
sucks.
maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Wait, I'm curious. What do you see in Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Okay, well, you really want to be with someone you can't talk to.
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
Okay, anyways, there are other fish in the sea, you know.
Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like salt tuna or they're my boss. Besides, a man with a good smile and a proportionate upper to lower body ratio isn't something to pass up.
Yeah, I think that's all I needed to hear too.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Well, I'll talk to you later. Felix, what in the world? Okay. Oh, this is the back door? Excuse me. Why can't I get in? What's in this door? The office. Executive.
Here to do business with Sandra?
Are you? Why are you guys... Okay, this is weird. Let's go. Ooh, what's this? 36. 36. Buy. Buy. Sell. You know what that means, Felix? Say hello to your new pink armor, buddy. Yeah, you're looking great. Yeah, you're looking great. Okay. Continuing down the street. Resident. Worker.
Wouldn't mind smelling like Saltuna if we could sell more of it.
Oh, man. They're all workers. man. Velma. Where are you? Velma, what up?
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Hey, take it easy. I'm just looking around. Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your yap like that. What are you talking about, Catherine?
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
What? Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
He'll come back eventually. You can't constrain a person's freedom.
I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
Oh. Yeah, maybe he overdosed. If he's taking drugs and you're letting him. Alright, let's talk about Caleb. You said Braxton's been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming.
It's the same thing.
And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Why didn't you turn him in?
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Okay, well... Okay, there's some issues that I have with that, but I guess we can't discuss them. Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
Okay, that's all we can say about that. Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Why can't you give him his pay increase? Caleb says they need a raise to keep up with prices around here. They are hard workers, aren't they? Don't they deserve some compensation for that?
Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work. Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much.
Why can't you give him his pay increase? Caleb says he needs a... Okay, well, we'll do that one.
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Oof. I know you're taking a percentage off the top. What would Sanjay say... Sanjar, if I told him... Okay, yeah, that's not okay if you do it and then tell... Yeah. But I'm not actually sure about that, so... Sanjar's gonna notice your shortfalls before long, and he'll hold you responsible. Are you willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Sanjar's gonna notice something soon.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
What are you trying to say?
Fine by me.
Well, I'll talk to you later, I guess. He did say that, but why does it matter?
Velma's not so bad, long as you avoid her when she's stressed.
Yeah. Alright, I feel like there's maintenance issues here. What's this? Should be used for official staff, Monarch, Stellar Bay Industries. Personal files. Mash, random keys, and okay, that's it. You know what? Let's... Incorrect password. Okay. Nothing. Messages to be hecked. The fish in tank 23A are looking a little limpy. If you are not going to make it in, that's fine, but you have to let me know so I can stay on top of their doses, Velma. Oh, that's nice of her. Nandi. Mr. Nandi, we really need to talk about the Saltuna situation. I've had to let 4 batches rot in the warehouse over the last 2 months because we are not finding buyers. I know the situation with the board puts us in a tough spot, but we need to start thinking about how we are going to keep Stellar Bay afloat if we can't get sales up. V. Ballard. If the blockade was gone and the board stopped what they were doing, then it would be fine. Okay. To be hecked. Seriously, or Braxton. Seriously, where are you? You've missed 3 shifts. This is getting ridiculous, even for you, V. He is wrong for not telling her, but still. Velma's key container. Container key. Stupid. She has a bit of a drinking problem, maybe? Look at this. Alcohol everywhere in here. Oh gosh. Supposed to be a wall there. Wow.
We're probably looking for Velma. Watch out. She's in a mood.
I want to know what that thing is. And can we get to it? No. Ooh, look at this. Fresh Saltuna. This place needs a little work. Okay. So, for now we're out of here. And on to the next place. Bennett. Okay, so we are actually going this way.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
Oh, we were just in there.
More than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Abigail.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Weirdo.
What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
Maybe nothing. I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young lady you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
Nobody. She said she couldn't do whatever. I don't know, Auntie. You'll have to pry the secret out of my sweet little cheeks. Actually, they're for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
You can't trust people these days.
Except for you. I can tell. You've got one of those faces.
Thanks.
I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
What? I guess Naoka does.
Oh, her.
Oh, great.
It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
Yeah, totally. There must be some way I can increase Naoka's allotment. When can she get her next dose?
I'm afraid it'll be the better part of a month. Our dear Naoka tends to exhaust her supply rather quickly. Believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than to help you. But there's not much I can do. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. You ought to be. Oh, you sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Remind me, what supply room? Forgetful fellow, huh?
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
Where can I find Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Wait a minute. The flower of enlightenment?
It's a philosophist's symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties.
You're gonna go tussle with some raptidons? Because I've been practicing my dropkick.
Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Alright, well I guess I'll have to figure this out on my own.
Chin up, dearie.
Alright. But... okay, so actually we have a choice to make here. This town is bigger than I thought. We can go up this way or down. I think we'll go down. See if there's anything over here. Constable, which we cannot get into. I don't know. This is just a building here? What the heck is this place? Nothing, actually. It's nothing. Okay, Nell. What the heck? These places are crazy.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games.
No.
So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
Well, I can't lie about it. They're all pretty great.
Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out.
Nice.
Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball.
You get to listen to games all day? Stellar Bay really is a paradise.
It's pretty swell, but it's a whole lot better with company. Say, I don't think I've seen you before, and I'd remember that face.
I'll try not to be a stranger then. Name's Felix, by the way.
Listen quietly.
You should stop by more often. The games are always better when you've got someone to celebrate with.
Sounds like a good time. I wouldn't mind bringing a couple drinks and settling in for the pennant match.
Look at me, getting carried away again. So, what can I do for you?
Yeah, you said you were having trouble receiving the tossball game transmissions?
Graham's always filling the airwaves with his propaganda. Like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
Well, I guess that's all for now. Yeah, Felix, you dog. What is, Oh, okay, so we were down here already. This would be a bedroom. This terminal is restricted, blah, 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 blah. Employee login. Create new account. Back. Ooh, I really want that. There's some sticky notes, but nothing else. Okay, let's go. We've already discovered that direction, so it leaves us with one direction to go, and that's this way. This is a grill? It's trash, but it looked like a grill. Especially with that part. This is it. This is the only way to go. Can't stop in the barbers. So we'll go to the next place.
Someone's been killed!
Resident Everett.
Good day to you.
Yeah, okay. Chef?
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Most people don't.
We're used to folks swooning at our feet. You don't gotta be embarrassed.
A healthy survival reflex is nothing to be embarrassed about. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
How's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rats spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
Why did you decide to stay in the first place?
Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
Seems like you'd want more than centimeters.
I could do with a few kilometers of cold vacuum, but that spaceship is flown.
Ever thought about leaving Stellar Bay? He just said the spaceship is flown.
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then?
Why don't you just tell me?
Nothing. That's what. Because MSI is not in what you'd call good standing with the board. So even if I could get out of here, no one's gonna hire me.
Ooh, that sounds rough. Not with that attitude, that sounds rough.
Even talking about it has my blood pressure up. I've really gotta stop.
Okay, well, bye then.
Lucky you.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Going upstairs. Bathroom, nobody there. Deck. Cool. Wheeled revolver Mark II. Music box. I mean, I did come in here. I didn't take anything. A shovel? That is not a spade. Vermin Hammersmith. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Oh, you. Aren't you yelling?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Are you alright?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth.
Flies, you say?
If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Wait.
The body's in the first apartment on the right.
He's like, don't go in there, but also I'm going to tell you twice where it is. Obviously, we're going to go in there. But before we do...
Whatever you do, don't mention tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh my gosh.
If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be
Sorry,
thankful.
didn't mean to get in on your stuff there. Laura.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
I think the correct reaction is, what are you doing in my apartment? I'm looking for Braxton. Have you seen him? Why is everyone so jumpy in this town?
Jumpy? Who's Jumpy? I'm not Jumpy.
You're on drugs. I'm looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Persuade, relax. No one's in trouble. I'm just looking to have a friendly chat with him. Have you been taking drugs? Oh, I bet he's selling them to her.
No! Okay, maybe, just a little. Braxton always has a good stash, and I just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the marauders and the raptidons outside, you know?
So you know Braxton. Where is he now?
Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick, and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
Okay, well, that's all I needed for now.
You want to know what I think? This Braxton fella threw away the trappings of society and joined a pack of wild raptidons.
I don't know if you got anything for that. Alright, next apartment. What's this thing? Nothing. Alright. Another scythe. Probably one of them two. We're not robbing you. Oh, I hope it has something good. Which it looks like it actually does. What up, Pinky? You weirdo. 17 and 16. So. That's my apartment. This one? Ooh, a computer. Resident.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Okay, thanks for the thing. I like how I can walk into anybody's apartment and they're just like, yeah, no, it's fine. S. Nandi. Mr. Nandi, sorry to bother you about this, but something foul is leaking from the apartment upstairs. I don't know what Celia's keeping up there. Oh, yes. Okay. That was What's-Her-Face's. But she works for you, right? Do you think you could talk to her about it? To Rose. Isaac, Rose. Can you please try to keep your windows shut? They, as I've tried to explain, leaving them open, especially when you've got food out, invites mantis swarms, and a mantis swarm infestation is everyone's problem. To be hecked. Braxton, I know you keep odd hours. I know because I have heard you coming and going all times of the day and night. Haha. But maybe you could try to close your door a little more quietly. I have rather sensitive nerves, and every time I hear your door, I think we're in the middle of another Amber Heights. Exit. Okay, so actually we're going back upstairs. This lady hates everybody. Okay, so
what's that smell coming out of Celia's
we go in here. This is Celia's apartment. However, she actually seems pretty tidy. And we also stole from her. Oh, that's that panel. Okay. Either way, I suppose. Okay, last apartment. It's not the best choice. Oh, 10. Oh, yikes. Okay. Okay, this.
Murder? Hey, is this the part where we go hunting for clues?
Yeah, a little bit. Get in here so I can close the door and rob this guy. Can't take much of this stuff, can you? Give me that. Alright, so this guy died here. It appears that he had a little letter. Tossball betting slip. This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from left field tossball betting. So he had a gambling problem. The other thing we can examine is the bag. Hastily packed suitcase. Several ragged outfits, all of the same cut and color, were stuffed into this suitcase. He was on his way out. Investigate left field tossball day. Okay. Been in there. You have a name.
The body's in the first apartment on the right.
Oh, it's you.
So much blood.
What about this thing? Hey, are you a person?
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's. What can I get you?
Well, nothing actually. Oh, this was the door out. Okay, so nothing here, nothing there. Nothing here. Let's see Sebastian, there's that Sebastian guy.
Ma'am, please, I need your help. I can pay.
Let's hear it.
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Your child is missing. Where did you last see him?
Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the woman to save your little ducky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Couple of things. First off, it says like you're sounds like you're a little over paranoid. At the same time, maybe not, considering that this place does sound like it's a little bit worse than the others. Thirdly, you didn't seem like it was urgent right away when you told me. Well, I knew she was gonna help us. I just knew it. Why wouldn't you just get into it right away? Why would Tucker run away? Did you say there was a war? Yeah, she probably did. But let's see this one.
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Okay. Well, we could just say it's not my problem. Where would he have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them. But did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a manta queen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
Okay, what were you saying about the iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good.
Not sure I'm seeing the problem here.
You're one of them, aren't you? You should be ashamed of yourself, young man. Just as your mama would be. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who listened. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Okay. Did you say there, or where is Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts. Or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
Wow. Okay, did you say there was a warlord?
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free.
That's right.
It is deathly dangerous out there. I've got some bits saved up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me.
That's what I'm talking about.
I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad.
Me and Felix need that money. Alright, I'll find him.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths.
Okay.
Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Okay, you go back and sit down. We're gonna talk to these guys. What's this? Wait, do we...
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in a raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
What the heck? Well, why would I want any of that?
I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
That's because she likes you, you dummy. Mr. Pickett?
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Mantiqueens, especially.
Mr. Pickett. Sounds familiar for some reason. Alright, why was he interested in mantiqueens?
Who wouldn't be?
People that value self-preservation, Sebastian. That's who.
Now that just sounds like a fancy way to say boring people.
Okay. Have you seen a mantiqueen?
Sure. They're real big. Hard to miss them.
Where have you seen a mantiqueen?
Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him. Tell you what. I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
Sure. I can keep an eye out.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last mantiqueen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there too.
Okay. About Mr. Pickett, no. Let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
Good. Would you consider going on a date with her?
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no.
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for raptidon tongues.
Okay. Here's the thing. She knows you're an idiot. That's why she talks slow. Anyways, she doesn't want a discount. She's attracted to you. Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount. I mean, I could do that one. I'll do this one.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice. Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
Well, I guess we'll talk to Celia. She's right in here. Hey, talking to Celia's boy? Huh? Yeah, that's right. Keep walking. Oh, I lost. You guys all residents? Good, because I didn't want to talk to anybody else. What's up with that scythe, dog? Sick, bro. Excuse me. Hi.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
I did, actually. He said he'll go on a date with you. Graham asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse.
Ugh.
But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Wanted to talk to you about Sebastian.
Oh, have you talked to him?
I sure did. He said he'd go on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
He likes you, Celia. Just don't ask him for any discounts. Look, you've got your chance. Have fun and don't overthink it. All I know is that if you act crazy, you'll send him running. I think I'll go with number 2. I don't know, it sounds kind of rude, I guess. But whatever, well, 2 sounds better than 1.
Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit I'm wearing and how I'm fixing my hair. Or maybe I should go with a casual look? Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
We have to go back to the factory. Which... I don't know where the factory is. Is this it? Stellar Bay, I think this is the factory.
Sounds like
Worker.
Oh, it does work.
Worker, worker. Might as well come up here. Mr. Ouch. That's cool. Oh, hi, Velma. Ouch.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Yeah, anyways, I'm here about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell.
What?
That about cover it?
No. Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady.
I never did catch her name. She seemed real friendly.
Did we talk to her?
Nice hair. Slightly oblivious. You must be the infamous Felix. Yeah, Nell's good people. You should catch a game with her sometime.
Yeah.
She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
So it's about the money?
Damn right it is.
I know. I don't know why I asked. You still have the poster? You're just giving Grimm's poster away? Didn't he pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine.
That's true.
And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
We still have it. Surely we can work something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
If I want to? No. Work with me. I'm helping you find Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Well, you still have it, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Fine.
Fine by me.
Can you come? Can we come to an arrangement on the poster?
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Bribe. I'll take. No, let's go.
Fine by me.
We're good. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm sure this is one of those things where nothing actually happens until I either pay or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's a quest that actually has like a timer. Nell said, you'd think that they'd be like, Nell said she'd pay me in 3 days or something. Space time continuum. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're here. Bolt with his name. First off, let's go to journals. Let's go to quests. No night stars. Tasks. Biggest Picket in the game. First signs of Mr. Pickett. Sebastian sent Mr. Pickett. Okay, that's not anything crazy. Clean a machine. Oh yeah, we forgot to install that acid steeper. The Empty Man tracked down Reginald Cheney. We don't need to worry about that yet. Bolton, his name is gone. Space-time continuum. Crime continuum. Lilia hasn't heard from her agent in Stellar Bay. Recently received information holding salvage and delivered it to Catherine, Marlin, and Fallbrook. Let's see. Where is that? That's way up here. Okay. Of course it is. Let's go. Hui. Is this the way to go? It is not the way to go. Frederick.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead. Plenty of work to do, especially with so many no-shows.
Oh yeah, it's this area. Okay, passcode. Oh my goodness. Bloody note. Most of the text on the note is obscured by blood, but you can make out the words Lilia and passcode antediluvian. Okay. Ruins. The ruins. The passcode and meet with Fallbrook. She'll provide you details. Okay, so we can still do that. Vital solution. That's somewhere else. Groundbreaker. Grim tomorrow. Velma received another offer on the toss ball. Velma is keeping the poster locked up in her office until Nell pays her. And she wants me to find Braxton, who is dead. Convince Velma to negotiate. Velma. Ballard manages warehouses in Stellar Bay. Caleb's living off a stash of bits he keeps at his home near the diner. If this stash were to go missing, he'd have to return to work. Caleb believes that Velma is skimming money out of the warehouse accounts. If you can find proof, he can use that as leverage to make her negotiate. Well, I'd rather do that one. It seems like if she's doing the wrong thing and he's sort of like, yeah, like whatever. So we'll do this one. What's this? That's her. Okay, so we'll go here. Right? Or here. One of the two. We'll go somewhere. Come on, Felix. Hello. We're gonna find out if you're actually stealing money. Stash. And that one. Caleb. Yeah. What? What? Where does she... How would we even find that out? Ugh. Vending machine, I don't care.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
We need to talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
Velma's threatening to replace you with sublight contractors.
Nope. I'm calling her bluff. If she wants to threaten us, we'll see how she likes it when Sanjar finds out she gave Sublight even more dominion in Stellar Bay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care about that. That's it? Where's... How do I find out if she's stealing stuff? I guess we could
I
just
wonder
lie.
sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
I know you're skimming money. Let's find out if the lie works. I hope this doesn't bite me.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my
Yes, I heard you the first time. Talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his... If Caleb wants to...
Nope. Okay, lie. I know you're taking a percentage off the top. What would Sanjar say if I told him?
Same thing as me. Where's your proof?
I knew it.
Because I know no one's been poking around my terminal lately.
Wow. I'm at a loss for words.
I know.
Just as a hypothetical. Nothing to see on my terminal, of course. Because I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah, sure. I thought you were asking a question.
Fine by me.
She doesn't seem to be mad about it. Where? See, that's his stash, but it doesn't tell me where her terminal is. That is not it. See, you guys... Assuming it's up here. Oh, this is the one with the password, isn't it? Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Get out of there. Hack. What is... Alright, so personnel, it's this one again. Of course it is. Skills. Hack. We need like 55. Ah, we need 40, but still, it's not enough. We need 10. Okay, so we can't really do this one yet. Journal. This one. Okay, search the house. Braxton was making a delivery to a house south of Stellar Bay. Okay, so we need to leave Stellar Bay for that one. Stainless rat. The stainless steel rat. The victim had a bedding slip. Okay, right there. So we can talk to the lady that has a crush on Felix here. She doesn't have a crush on him. I think she just wanted something from him. But where is this? Okay, so this way. There we go. Oh yeah, here we are.
Hey there, Felix.
Yep, there she is.
What can I do for you?
Velma tells me you outbid Grimm for a signed tossball poster.
Signed by the Black Hole himself. There's no way I could pass that up. Why, did you want to see it? I don't have it yet. I'm waiting on a few customers to pay up before I can give Velma the bits.
You're really living paycheck to paycheck, huh? I could trade you for it.
I don't know. This isn't just some poster. It's a genuine tossball artifact. The Black Hole doesn't even sign things anymore. He just puts a stamp on them. Of course, the only reason I asked Velma about it in the first place was because those sublight fellas lost my shipment of official tossball jerseys. I was gonna line the walls with them. They're the new ones, now with authentic game time aroma.
I feel like this lady would probably make the most money out of this whole place. Ooh, my favorite fragrance. Authentic. As in the players actually sweat in them? That's disgusting. Okay. Is this sarcastic? Yeah, we'll just do second one.
Of course not. No, authentic means close enough to be the real thing, but not actually the real thing.
It's still...
Everyone knows that.
Okay.
Anyway, I guess they tried to take a shortcut around Amber Heights and ran into some trouble. Can't blame them for trying. Those iconoclasts never shut up. But they lost a bunch of cargo, including my jerseys. If you could get those for me, I might let Grimm have that poster.
Okay, well, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. Don't put yourself in danger on my account, though. That poster will be a fine substitute.
I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
Nice. Why did you have to mention that? Cut to the chase. I'm listening. What do his teeth have to do with anything?
They were pretty distinct. Monarch doesn't exactly have a thriving dental industry, and Isaac seemed to get stuck in all sorts of bad habits, dietary and otherwise. Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter, other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
So who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around.
Ooh.
They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Stealth a bunch. Oh. Okay. I can't put any more into that. What's this from? We'll do dialogue. Now we can do that other one. Family Matter, look at Tucker in Amber Heights. Okay, that's on the Groundbreaker. Oops. And then this one. What we need to do... Okay, so we need to search for Dr. Williams' body. Buried in the graveyard in the ruins south of town. So we need to leave for that one. We're not going to leave town for this episode. We're gonna try and stay in town, do whatever we have to do.
I hear those rich people in
and get that taken care of. Elijah, we're gonna go see him. Oof, wrong way. Okay, because they are not allowed in the bar. Of course, it's not that way. Can I even go this way? Yes, I can. Good. Sebastian, what up, dude? Can't go back that way. Right here. Hey, what up, nerds?
Who the fuck are you?
Whoa.
This ain't your alley.
Well, I'm here to talk to him, and we're gonna talk to him from here.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley.
Is it really a secret?
Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
Okay, I know you murdered Isaac. In that case, I should get going. No, I guess I'll do the first one.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
You told me. Alright, fine, let's just forget this ever happened. Answer. Wrong answer. I'm making it my business.
Looks like we're doing this!
There's no guards here in Stellar Bay. Get them, Felix. I thought you said you were good. Am I getting hit? Why would you bring that?
Oh, that's the last of him.
There you go. Now you get your bloodlust satisfied. Nobody back here, right? Okay. I don't know if I was supposed to do anything else. Okay. Search the apartment. Sanjar will want to know about Isaac's murder. Now that you've dealt with Elijah, check in with him at the headquarters. Okay, let's do that. There he is right there. I hope he's going to be happy. You hear all those gunshots?
A fine day for business, isn't it? Anyway,
you could say that.
What can I do for you?
I murdered a bunch of guys that murdered a guy.
But that's terrible. What happened?
I've taken care of it. The killers are dead.
But that means we won't be able to log their testimonies.
I knew it.
If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper documentation for legal matters.
Yeah, I knew it. Something to be said for that. Sometimes you've got to take... Okay, maybe I could have gotten their statements if they hadn't been ready to kill me.
Always a shame when tempers get the better of good sense. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Yeah. Okay, well, I gotta go. Well, that's unfortunate. Family matter? No. South of Stellar Bay. Okay, so we can do this one. But we need to take our armor and put on this. And put on this. Character, please. Skills 50, which means that personality right there. Is it 55 or is it 50? Because if it was 50, we're good. Where's the warehouse? That's what I want. There. We don't want her, though. We want... No. This. Personal files? No! We accept. I hate how it puts us out here. I wish it would just kind of close the windows or something. We need 5 different things of booze, basically. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I think we have that. Personality. This one can go away. That one can go away. Or actually... have one of these. That's not what I wanted to see. Mind. Personality? No. Headshots. Body. Personality. So that's only 2. So I can get 3 out of that. Oh, you know what we can do while we're here? We can install the acid steeper. Install the acid steeper. A rumbling vibrates from the unit's chassis. Okay. Oh, hey there.
Battery levels are fully charged.
Good work, Sam. Sam, I'm decommissioning you for service. You're fired. Just right away. I didn't want you in this closet. Back to work, Sam. Leave conversation. Good work, Sam.
Thank you, customer. Sam, merciless on germs.
So, I guess we can get to know Sam. Where did you come from?
All SAM units travel fully assembled in a 12x12 corrugated steel box.
Nice. That's sick, dude. Welcome to the crew, Sam.
SAM units live to clean and clean to live.
Can't get past me, Sam.
Every SAM unit comes lean, mean, and ready to clean.
And that's it. Okay, well, okay. Ellie. Ugh. Vicar. Alright, Max, let's go. We need to get to the store. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Come on. Goodbye, sucker.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet?
Yeah, dude.
I keep wondering if it's come in.
Oh, it has. Nell's getting the poster. She offered Velma more. You know, you really are a little too persistent about this.
That don't seem fair. I was the one who asked for it in the first place. You think maybe you could talk to Velma, see if she won't change her mind?
Oh, I tried. Almost decided. I'll see what I can do, though. Hey, brother.
Something else I can do for you?
Yes, I will like to see your wares, please. Yeah, just one. No. Okay. We're gonna go get wasted, dude. Velma, you're the one I want. Except for, I need to go in here. Hello, everyone. Don't mind me, just gonna go get drunk and hack computers. Hello. Oh, wait, what? I thought this was added to this. Okay. We would like to... No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got a bunch. I don't want to equip it. I want to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Personal files. Oh, what? Character skills. Ugh, okay, fine. Let's just drink all of it and hack. What? Alcohol addiction. I would not like that. Are you kidding me? You have got to be kidding. Well, I mean, that was really our whole goal today. And we failed at it, which means that we need to go and increase it again next time.
More than usual.
Because apparently it only goes up by 4. We cannot increase it any more than that, no matter how many different kinds of drinks that we have. So our next quest will be outside somewhere, all over the place. It's the graveyard one. Well, I don't know. Either way, it's out here someplace. But since we're doing something else instead of staying in here and taking care of business, which one of you has... While Felix in your party, deal bonus damage to enemies. I don't know if there's like a suave talker in our group. How long is this on for? Doesn't it say? I guess it does say, but it's on the bottle. Okay, you know what? We're gonna try something. Let's go onto the map. We'll see which companions give us... And it's not you. Character. Skills, please. Holy cow. It's max. It's max. It's max. Okay, let's go before something wears off. Now. There. Right when I get up there, it's gonna stop. Personal files. Bypass. Hect B. Braxton Hect files are filled with Saltuna breeding charts, various pharmaceutical formulae, and musing on why Saltuna seem to prefer Borst in beans over plain Borstwurst. But Ballard V. Velma's personal files are amassed with supply contracts, order forms, spreadsheets, and financial records. Careful study of her financials reveals that for the past several years, she has been slowly siphoning money from her operating budget to a personal account. The theft is cleverly hidden. Individual instances could be excused as rounding errors or mistakes in simple arithmetic. The sheer volume of occurrences, however, indicates deliberate intent. We gotta go and talk to Velma, finally. Velma. Gotcha.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but
Yes, I
I'm
know.
up to...
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need?
We are here because you're sealing. About... Gosh, you know, I forgot.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more...
You won't do much business with neighbors that hate you, considering this an investment. No, I don't want to. Let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
Braxton
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call... And yeah, let's just...
Awfully nice of you not to say anything. You should have hung that sleaze bag out to dry.
We're not like... Something else on your...
Yeah, kinda. Caleb?
Unless you're here to tell me if Caleb wants to...
I saw your accounts. You've been skimming money for years. You can't afford to pay more.
Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone who decides not to show?
Ironic, isn't it?
I'm the one who keeps this place running. That money's mine, one way or another.
Oh, now we get to intimidate. Okay. And what do you think Sandra will say to that? Sounds remarkably like Caleb's argument. We'll just... Probably that's the right thing to say, but we're just gonna do this.
Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately.
Alright, bye. We have to do all that other stuff for her for the other ones. Caleb, I got what you wanted. Better pay me for this. Go upstairs? Okay.
Were you really in jail, Mr. Max? And you were our vicar?
Yes, but as I've repeatedly said, I was assigned there as a vicar. I was not a prisoner.
I just can't believe you'd lie.
I was not lying. It had no bearing on my ability to minister to my flock, and was therefore not worth mentioning.
Why don't you grab a chair? Sit a spell and revel with us.
I would rather not.
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
Okay.
Got an update for us? We can't afford to sit this out for too much longer. Know what I mean?
Yes. Velma was embezzling from MSI. Well, you got your pay raise.
How'd you manage that? Wait, never mind. If I question it, it'll turn out not to be true. Besides, I never follow how you got Velma to part ways with the bit card of her own accord. As agreed, here's your compensation. Ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done. Now me and my friends here better get back to work before Velma blows a fuse.
Yes, go. It was a pain. Vicar, thank you for helping me. Okay, what's my thing down to? Vicar Max is 12? That's crazy. Go to their upgrades and do this one. Science weapon damage? Ugh. Companion swap weapons and reloads much faster. Increase damage. Chance of immediately resetting a canyon's cooldown. This is the only one? Okay, well, I mean, that's okay, I guess. It doesn't matter. They don't have science weapons, but... How about Parvati? Parvati. When Parvati performs her ability, recharge some of your tactical time dilation meter. Okay, I hardly use it. But with that, map, please. Back up here, and we're back into the unreliable for a bit. Mostly because the episode will end now that we're kind of done in Stellar Bay for the most part. We still have to come in and out, but yeah, for the most part, we're all done with the side quests and whatnot in Stellar Bay. So everything else is going to take place outside of Stellar Bay, and then we'll have to come back in and complete some quests and what have you. We'll probably end up fast traveling back and forth or whatever. But for now, let's Ellie, please get her going. When Ellie is in your party, any damage that would kill you instead heals a small amount of health. This effect has a long cooldown. Well, that's okay. We'll do it anyways. And Sam. What is that? He's got 2 weapons. Okay. Increase. He doesn't have one here. It's weird. Increase your intimidate skill. Sure. Let's see. Reduce negative reputation for kills when Sam is in your party. Sam deals bonus damage to auto mechanicals. Okay. You're a good man, Sam. Anyways, we'll go to journal. We'll look for our next... Oh, we need to do this one right away. No night without stars. Oh, we don't want to do that one. Radio Free Monarch. So we need to do this one to do the other one. And we're going to do the optional thing here. Weapons from the void. So we got a bunch of stuff to do. But for now, we'll focus on this one. No botched quests just yet. That was a lot, ladies and gentlemen. But with that, we're going to end the episode and name it Stellar Bay. And, well, that's about it. So I do appreciate you for watching. Thank you so much. If you did make it this far, that is. And I really appreciate it anyways, whether you didn't make it this far. But I do want to let you know that you can like, you can subscribe, you can comment, you can dislike, do all the things that YouTube wants you to do. That'd be just great. And we will see you next time. Bye for now. Bye for now.